Tonight is the night, the first game of the season for the Rockford Rivets. We now join WIFR sports anchor Anthony Ferretti live from Rivet Stadium in Loves Park with a look ahead at the season.
Finally, opening day for the Rockford Rivets. Game started about 20 minutes ago. We're in the bottom of the first, and the Rivets have a 1-0 lead at the moment. Here's a live look at the game. This is the first of 72 games the team will play between now and August 9th. They will get 1 day off in June and July, and then 4 more days off in July for the All-Star break in Madison. Chase Brewster taking over the dugout for the Rivets in his first season as the manager. He owns and operates a travel baseball organization in Arkansas. It has produced a lot of MLB draft picks, including Mason Wynn, who made his debut in the league. The Northwoods League starting its 32nd season of summer collegiate baseball this year. The league has produced talent like World Series champions Ben Zobrist and Max Scherzer. And the Rivets have had a couple people, too, on that have made their MLB debuts, including Jordan Wicks and Hunter Fiducia on the Dodgers. Live in Loves Park, Anthony Ferretti, WIFR Sports. We got our man, the Rivets mascot here.
All right. Thank you, Anthony. Great night to be out there.